Do people who come to a country come from being discoverers, founders, and builders of a nation, to unwanted immigrants and illegal aliens? Non-citizens currently residing in the United States deserve a simple pathway to citizenship, as do those who wish to move here and seek the American dream. All of us in this room, either ourselves made the decision to immigrate to this country, or the decision was made for us by a family member or ancestor. There are currently 11 million undocumented men, women, and children living in America. The U.S. Senate's Gang of Eight is working on a plan to resolve the status of millions of undocumented workers. It is generally agreed upon by the members of Congress that the immigration policy needs to be reformed, and steps have already been taken. Currently, more than half of all farm workers in the U.S. are believed to be employed illegally. According to a CNN article published on April 8, 2013, there are 11 million undocumented men, women, and children living in America's shadows. The goal is to put these 11 million people in a safe place, to give them a work permit, a social security card, a driver's license, and to give them a path to a green card and citizenship. A Time magazine article, also published on April 8, 2013, stated that this immigration reform would allow as many as 200,000 undocumented workers to be issued work permits when the program is finalized. The immigration reform will create several new government bureaus and offices designed to oversee a generation of legal, low-skilled immigrants. Immigration reform is finally at the top of the list in the U.S. Congress agenda. The U.S. Senate's Gang of Eight is working on a plan to resolve the status of millions of undocumented workers. In an April 3, 2013 article published by the Los Angeles Times, it was stated that members of Congress have resumed negotiations on the immigration reform, like the one between the AFL-CIO and the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Under this agreement, foreign workers may apply for a visa, a W visa, that would allow them to work in certain industries, such as construction and restaurant jobs. The number of visas issued would be tied to the U.S. unemployment rate in order to protect U.S. workers. This plan would allow the W visa holders to eventually apply for citizenship, as well as move from different employers. Although it is too early to tell when a bill for the immigration reform will be produced, the question is no longer if our government can find a way to fix a broken immigration system, but rather when will this take effect. Members of Congress have come to an agreement that our government immigration policy needs to be reformed. The Gang of Eight have already agreed on a 13-year path to citizenship after receiving a worker's visa. It would take 10 years for undocumented workers to gain a green card and another 3 years to apply for citizenship. The proposed bill would start by issuing 20,000 work visas per year and later move to 75,000 after 4 years. Polls say that over half of Americans support an immigration reform bill with a path to citizenship. Our immigration policy has been in desperate need of reform. Trying to solve the immigration problem has been a challenge when trying to balance the unemployment problem in the U.S. while there's a demand for low-skilled workers. If we are willing to allow undocumented immigrants to fill these demands, we should allow We should allow them to seek a comfortable lifestyle and benefit from a country they too have helped build. If we consider ourselves as hardworking people who put the well-being of our family above all other things, deserving to live the American dream, we are no different from the 11 million immigrants who have risked it all to one day live that dream.